and my job is to get you past all the exams. And the number one question I get before I do my live, so I'm hoping to save some time and make it less chaotic, is what do I do? I'm taking the test tomorrow or 2 weeks or whatever it is. So let's, first of all, if you're taking it tomorrow, too late, you're fucked. Okay? No, I'm kidding around. Get some sleep. If you're taking it tomorrow, you should not be on my live. You should be getting sleep and you should be going over customer accounts. Literally any exam you take, literally any exam, you should probably read customer accounts. I have crash course videos you can watch, playlists you can watch. Go watch those and get some sleep. If you have a significant other, make sure they do the right thing or ask them to do the right thing. And you don't want to make them do anything, but you ask them. Just massage, that's all I'm talking about. Just keep you relaxed, no fighting, stuff like that. Now, if you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so if you're taking it tomorrow, what are you doing out here? Get off here, click and get out of here. If you're taking it beyond tomorrow, so let's say you're taking it in 2 days. Tomorrow is no testing. It's adding knowledge, reading customer accounts, going over videos, hopefully my crash course videos or others. Bottom line is you don't want to stress yourself out. You don't want to take a test. I'm not a fan of testing. Some people like it. I disagree with it because if you go bad, there's no upside. If it goes bad for you, you're screwed. So I say, don't take a test tomorrow. Take it easy. Around dinner time, you're done. I don't care if you're taking the test at 5 o'clock at night. At dinner time, you're done. Okay? Don't do anything. Again, the night before is always kind of go out to dinner. Don't go, pounding, going fireballs, but just literally go out to dinner, maybe talk to people who aren't involved in it, who don't care about the test, don't want to hear it. You want to do stuff that just relax you. If you have SDC or Notman, they have these little sheets that you can go through. Maybe the day before, make sure you go over it, like hot sheets or key topic stuff or crunch time facts. Again, I have crash course playlists, a whole playlist on almost every test you can take. Now, let's say you're taking it more than 2 days out. So what you want to do is within the up to, but not including the last, I don't even know if that's right. The last 8 to 10 days is testing, okay? Before that, you're reading and quizzing and testing, all that. A lot of focus on reading, mostly focus on reading, watching videos, adding knowledge. But in the last 8 days, not including the day before, so whatever that is, so 10 days before, you're going to take tests every day. One test, not two. If it's a 63 of the SIE, maybe you can take two. But again, I don't think it works so well. Oh, I feel the heat on my back. I really just want to turn around and take a dive. The problem is when I go in there, there's a manatee warning. The boats have to go around me. I have to wear a flag saying manatee, don't hit me, stuff like that. Now, up to but not including the day before the test, you are to take one final a day. Now, remember something. When you do a final, review the whole thing, not just the wrong answers. And what you're going to do is you're going to kind of do a triage. There's really 3 or 4 choices. You look them over. If you got it right for the right reason, you're good. Move on. Make sure you read the answer why, okay? 2, if you got it right for the wrong reason, mark that down. You have to review it because if you got it right because you guessed, that's just as bad as a wrong. Almost more dangerous, right? Because you think you got it. 2, if you got it wrong because you misread it, which happens with the Kaplan, Past Perfect, STC, even Achievable, all of them, you can misread it. If you get it wrong because you misread it, but you knew the concept, don't worry about it. The last one is you got it wrong because you didn't know your shit. That you have to review. So really, you're going to have 4 choices, mark them all, and then if you got it right for the right reason or wrong because you misread it, but you understand the concept, don't worry about it. The ones you have to review are the ones you got right for the right reason, and then the ones you got for the wrong reason. The ones you got for the wrong reason. See, when I talk too fast, my brain is here, my mouth is here, and they're not in conjunction. And then ones you got right for the wrong reason, like guessing, and then you got to be honest with yourself. Don't be like, oh, I think I know it. Or the ones you got wrong for the right reason. I guess the right reason to be wrong, you don't know it. If you're starting to memorize questions, buy another QBank. STCS 4 supplemental exams. If you want, buy Kaplan. But again, you don't want to add a new QBank in the last few days. You want to do it out so you can literally get used to the question because you don't want to switch it up the day before. Again, you need to go in there like a badass. You need to go into the test like I'm going to fucking own this shit and you're going to run it, okay? You got to go in there confident. You got to understand that if you go in there confident, if you go into this test as a confident badass, not cocky, confident, I know my shit, then when you see a hard question, you're going to go, oh, I can do this, okay? And you can work through it or even mark for review, shit like that. If you go in there where you're not sure and you're like, oh, I'm afraid, then every hard question is going to look to you like, see, I knew I should have waited. And that's a bad thing because you won't try it. I've seen that so many times where if you give someone positive confirmation of good work, they're willing to work a little bit harder on the question. If you're like, oh, I'm not ready, they go, oh, I knew I wasn't ready. They give up. We don't want give up. We want you to attack it like you know your shit, okay? And that's literally it. You maybe want to watch some of my exam walkthrough videos during my live, but not the night before. I don't want to see you the night before. I want to see you after you pass so we can play a song for you and blow it out your ass, okay? Good. Okay, everyone, go beat this thing. You got this. I believe in you. I 100% believe in you. And you need to say every morning, get up in the morning, brush your teeth with your offhand, even if you want to brush your teeth with your foot, and keep saying, I'm going to pass this. I'm going to pass this. Say it like 10 times with confidence. Not I need to pass it. Not I gotta pass it. I'm going to pass it. That's your goal.
Shut up.
Go beat this thing. We got it, baby.
Get out of here. Go. Welcome on, guys. How is everyone doing? Oh, hold on.
Oh.
What did I do? Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh, I meant to. Damn it. Okay. There's something I meant to do first. Oh, it is what it is. Okay. Welcome on. Happy Thursday. No football, no Olympics, no excuses. Okay. Good stuff. Hope we're doing well. I see some good questions. Here we go. Thirsty Trout. You're going to rock this thing. You don't need luck. You're going to rock it. Tell me you're going to pass this thing. I got to know. I got to know that you're going to pass this thing. 100% know this because I know you're going to take it.
I'm a Series 7 savage, a bad one with a brain, turning volatility into stacks of heavy gain. FINRA tried to check me, now they stuck with a queen, the coldest operator that the market's ever seen. I'm a Series 7 savage, a bad one.
You don't have to run through that twice. Jeff.
Why am I not?
You're in a black hole.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. Let me go out and come back in.
Hold on. Push away. Trying to push you. I was trying to do the timing. Oh, well, it doesn't work. Okay. Watch this one. There we go. He'll come back. I'll see him come on camera in a bit. Okay. Thirsty Chud, tell me you're going to pass this thing, right? Okay. Anti-tirade. You too, baby. I love it. I don't like being that close. But check out the prices on the stuff going on there. Warner Brothers, new information out there. It's crazy. Okay. Okay, let's take it, baby. You're gonna rock this thing. I know you are. I know you're gonna rock this, rock this, rock this.
I'm gonna take that test like a savage, y'all. It's the Series 7. Better hold on strong. Like a savage. With a banjo in my hand and the answers in my head. Yeah.
Hold on, let me see if I can get him in here. There we go.
There you go.
Okay. I'll come back. Okay. Okay, nice guy. So Ian Tirado and Thirsty Trout, tell me you're going to pass this fucker. Okay. Papa Ken, I missed the 66 3 times. Okay. Love it. That's awesome. Okay. So you got the 63 out of the way. That's amazing. That's awesome. So now, moving on. Here's the thing. Wow. I don't know if that's after the bell, the Paramount Skydance stuff. Focus, make sure on the 66, it was half regs. It's not half regs. It's like 30% regs now. So it's a little less. It's fine. But you got to make sure that you get make sure that you have the investment vehicles down and the business stuff. The business stuff is more on the 65 than on the 66. It's a throwaway, like 9 questions. On the 65, it's a lot more. Not hard, just a lot more. Okay. Okay. Oh, listen, Luke, I appreciate it. It's help, but look, this is what I tell everyone. Yeah, I helped a little bit. If you didn't do the work, it ain't happening, right? That's the thing. If you didn't do the work, it's like, I get it. You think I help you, and I do. I'm not saying I don't help you, but you really have to earn that shit. That is absolutely on you. Ooh.
I can hear you. Oh, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? A torrent in yellow and porous is he. If not a
Love it, Luke. That's awesome. Good stuff. Okay. I like to change that over. Puta Dino. I love it. Okay. A lot of people, tomorrow's a big day. Keula, I'll get to your question in 2 minutes. Okay. Test 66. How do you feel, baby? Puta Dino. How do you feel? There's got to be. Somebody else had a name. Not that it's but somebody else had a name that was really bad, but it was actually the person's name. and it sounded like it was like Michael Rosa and I said, you know what that's saying? It was like, I'm not going to say it because it's not going to come out right, but because I'll say it wrong and then be gone forever. His name sounded like the reverse of a slur, which is crazy. Okay. I'm going to say that because I said puta. You're going to rock this thing. Any questions on this? Tomorrow, tomorrow's Friday, right? No finals tomorrow. Go over the crash course. Do any other videos that you think will help you. Make sure you anyone taking the 65 or the 66, make sure you go over trusts, estates, and joint accounts. It's not that it's a lot, it's just it's enough to hurt you, and it's easy, low-hanging fruit. And make sure a little quick review of the ethics. Okay. Remember, tonight is NASA night. Okay, Ryan, yeah, get the fuck off my live. Okay. Don't worry about okay. Right, you're taking the test tomorrow. You got to review. Yeah, I would take a look at if Muni is a little bit of pain, but don't worry about it. It's there, but make it up in other shit. Make sure the mutual funds and annuities and the options are strong. Make sure the suitability is good. Remember, most of the Muni questions are much more about understanding and suitability than about every little detail. Yes, there will be some detailed questions, but for the most part, it's about understanding. Okay. I absolutely can explain the difference between death benefit, variable life versus variable annuity. Okay, let's start with the variable life one. So remember, guys, remember again, NASA night, right? So this is 63, 65, 66. If it's anything like overlap, I'll talk about the other exams, or if not, it'll be we'll be waiting until next week or the week after, depending. Now, death benefit. Okay, so the death benefit, life insurance pays your family or whoever when you die. So they get an economic benefit. So if you have you have a death benefit. If you have life insurance, you buy $1 million policy. If you die, when you die, your family will get a check for $1 million, tax free. That's pretty much set. So even if you do a variable annuity, what happens is if your growth goes up faster than expected, your death benefit will rise because it'll adjust. If you earn less than expected, it'll drop, but only to a limit. So if you buy $1 million policy, you'll never get less than the million, but you could get 1.5, stuff like that. Okay. You could get 1.5, 1.8, whatever it is, depending on how much the market goes up. Your sub account. So again, death benefit is sort of fixed. There are ways to move it, but for the most part, it's a fixed. Variable, if you earn better, your death benefit goes up, but it won't go below. If you have a universal, the only way the death benefit changes is if you invest more. If you overfund, it'll go up. If you underfund, it'll go down. Now, again, tax-free because it's life insurance. Variable annuity or any annuity, the death benefit only happens if you die before you annuitize, okay? The death benefit only happens if you die before you annuitize. If you get your 200 grand in there and it grows to $1 million and then you annuitize it, life only, where you get paid for life or whatever it is, when you die, the family gets nothing. The insurance company keeps it. However, if you die before you annuitize, you're dead. You're not getting shit. Your family will get money. They will get a check. And here's the thing on this. Most annuities, unless they say qualified, are non-qualified. So non-qualified annuities, did I break up a little bit? Non-qualified annuities are, you put the money in after tax, it grows tax deferred. And when you take it out, you pay tax on the growth. Okay? So when they die, you pay tax. Your family pays tax on the growth at ordinary income. So again, variable life, or any kind of life insurance, they get the money tax-free. There are exceptions where not, but not on this test. With an annuity, if you die before you annuitize, then your family will get money, but it'll probably be taxable on the growth at ordinary income. And remember, they do not step up the cost basis. Everything else, if you buy stock or buy a mutual fund or anything else other than annuities, if you buy it at a price and then you die, the price they get it at, the cost basis, will be the day within 6 months of you dying. Annuities, no, they keep it there. So if you put in 200 grand and it grows to $1 million and then you die, they get the 800 grand, but they pay tax on. They get the whole $1 million, but they pay tax on the 800 grand. Okay. On that note, I'm going to do the most horrible segue ever. If you need help, we are here. Okay. We have tutoring, Series 7 exam.org. We have a Series 66 exam.com. We have tutors. It's me. I have 2 other tutors. If you need the 79, I have a tutor for that. If you don't like my style, there's a guy, Michael White's great. He runs the Series 66 exam subreddit. I run our Series 65 exam subreddit. I just took it over from an idle person. Guys, if you have other questions, throw them in there, because if not, we're getting out of here early. Give me a break, right? Okay. I have to get ready to fly out on Saturday. So our Series 65 exam, Reddit Series 65 exam on Reddit. I run it. Small group. I'm trying to build it. It's brand. I just took it over. It had like 2 visitors a day. Now it has like 60 or 70. I'll get there. It's a long haul. Then he runs Series 7 exam Reddit. Again, I'm not a big fan of Reddit, but if you're going to go on, I'm there to help. Michael Weiss does that. He's Series 7 exam tutor.com. He's about half the cost to me. He's really good. He has a CFA and stuff like that. It's really good. The other thing we have, make you sit through this shit instead of a commercial, because I think I turned mine off. Guys, let me know if you see commercials. I try to turn them off on these things. I don't want them popping up. If you guys see a commercial, let me know. I'll make sure I fix the settings, because since I'm monetized, I don't have to worry about that. Now, the other thing we have is memberships, and it's easier to explain on this level. Okay, 2 memberships. The $24.99 one, we meet every Sunday at 5 p.m. If you do the $50 one, we meet every Sunday and Thursday, which is right. The 7 o'clock one just ended right before I came in here. It's a great group. It's a good group of people. They all judge study groups on their own. And you join through the membership tab. Okay, I think he put it in there. So you join. You can do $24.99. Remember, so there's not $24.99 a class. It's $24.99 a month or $50 a month. If you do the $50 a month one, you're getting 2 classes a week. That's, what is that? 2 times 4 is like 8, something like that. That's 8 classes at $50. That's like, I don't know, what is that? $6 a class? Super cheap. Okay, now I'm giving this shit away. Here we go. Let me keep. Oh no, Ashley, I'll get to you. Hold on. Don't go. Okay, well, actually, we're okay. I thought we were farther down than we were. Okay. So, Keola, I hope that helps. If you have any more questions, throw it in here and I'll back it up. Okay. Ben, we're going to beat this thing. We are absolutely going to beat this thing. I know for a fact that you're going to rock this thing, right? Tell me you're going to pass this thing. Tell me you're going to pass it.
I'm gonna beat the test. I'm gonna take it like a savage, yeah.
Baby, I love it. You guys are suck. You guys are stuck with my AI shit. Because now they know how to write a script to make them sing. You guys are in trouble. Okay. Okay, Elish. How do we feel, baby? So again, Ben, you should be off get off my fucking live. Go get some sleep, right? Elish, you're stay on, but make sure you no test the day before. Make sure you go over trust in the states. And anyone taking the 65 or 66 and they haven't done it, find my 2 brutal exams. I promise you, and somebody mentioned it. I promise you they will help you. Promise you. They will help you so much. And then my power hour. I have a power hour video. I have a crash course playlist. But the 2 brutal exams I did in the last 3, I guess the fall. It was 4 or 5 months ago. They're outstanding. Okay. Thirsty Trout. Good. Okay. Phil, do you have to know about trailing fees? You have to understand that there's no commissions really, but you might have to know that I always think of a trailer as it's a 12B1 fee. And I know that's exactly the same thing, but like trailing fees, like you can get trailing fees, and that's good. Usually, sometimes they need the 65 to get those trailers because it's fee-based, not commission-based. Okay. I don't know the rules on that, but I feel that you do because a lot of firms make their people get the 65 so they can do the to get the ongoing fees. Okay. Yeah, baby. Okay. Okay. Hold on. La Rose is a dick. Okay. I retake the 7 in a few weeks. Struggling. I was trying to read and go, what the fuck? Okay. Sometimes he gets me. I'm waiting until he puts his like when he does other stuff, he puts like his name is always like bend over, stuff like that. Michael COCK. Okay. I retake the 7 in a few weeks. Struggling with some uni and some. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Of course your score is going to drop. Okay. There's no way if you switch vendors that your scores don't drop. You got time, baby. Here's my suggestion for the suitability and muni stuff. Here's my thing on that. you have to make sure that you understand the products. If you try to memorize, you're going to get killed by suitability. And the other thing is, remember, the suitability questions on the vendors, Kaplan, Notman, SDC, Achievable, they give you these percentages that are like 55% equities versus 60% equities. Nobody does that. The test is like 50% equities and 60% bonds. They're not going to make it that hard. Maybe one, but for the most part, there's something in there that tells you. Like you'll see if you see like if the percentages are close, something on the other end is bad. It's like if I'm a 30-year-old and I want aggressive, and it goes like, okay, it's 60% equities, and U.S. equities, 20% foreign, 10% high yield bonds or something like that, and the other one's like 55% equities and 45% money markets. It's obviously the other one. Because so maybe they're percentages, but the other one makes it bad. Whenever I see percentages, I look for what's the biggest. Is it debt? Is it equity? If it's debt, it's more conservative. If it's equity, it's not. Okay. Condors, no. Okay. Okay. Colin, you're going to take your time, and it's so close. You're going to take your time, work through it, and just take your time with it, and you're going to be fine. Again, hopefully when you failed, okay, this is what I tell everyone. This is what I'm going to tell Ashley. I'm telling you right now, everyone, if you fail, you must act like you're brand new and just start reading the test, reading the book again. You can't just go, I'm going to make shit up. You got to read the book again. I think Jeff has a couple of videos on. I have a video on that, and Jeff has a couple of videos on that. Okay. Ian, we're going to nail this thing. Okay. Ashley, we're up. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Puta will be with you in a second. Okay. Okay. Yeah, listen, it's the problem. I'm assuming it's a 65 or 66. I am going to meet with them and talk to them about this week. But the problem is
I like how you said that.
What?
I'm going to meet with them.
Yeah. It just makes me so mad, right? Alcohol helps. So you get them drunk and then they'll talk to you. Okay. Not in a bad way. Just you can talk to them. Okay. Oh, Dylan, stay on there. So yes, I understand that it feels like you're seeing different shit. But the good thing is if you got the bad one out of the way, the next one should be pretty normal. Okay. Just keep studying what you know. Maybe I don't know what vendor you had. Maybe get a different vendor, Ashley. Maybe get Achievable. They're good. Guys, if you guys really want to learn, it's a great supplement. Achievable is outstanding. Okay. Go check them out. As a standalone, they're good. And even as a supplement, they're cheap enough that it's worth it. But they teach the best stuff better than anyone else. But back to this. Ashley, I would say your best bet is take a couple of days off. Take the weekend off. Monday, schedule it for 30 days, whatever it is. But take the weekend off. Maybe Sunday, start just reading the book. Spend a week to 10 days reading the book. Then go back and do chapter quizzes. Try to build up everything, not the whole thing, not every little bit. And I do say, if you failed it today, before you do anything, before you start drinking down in the vino, why don't you write down, not for us, but for you, everything you can remember about the exam. Try to remember everything you do about the exam. Okay. And then throw it in your notepad on your phone, forget about it for a weekend. And then when you get closer to the test, go review that and make sure you're good. Okay. You could also join the membership. It does help. I'm not saying to get tutoring, but depends how close you got. Like if you got like a 50 or 60, you need to reevaluate. But if you missed a 1 or 2, you probably just need to redo the whole thing. I have the study groups. We meet on Thursdays and Sundays. So it's not going to hurt you. And it's super cheap. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is a great question. Let's go through the whole thing. Okay. When an agent leaves, say more going to go. Okay. When an agent goes, technically, who actually reports, who's responsible. So if you're an agent and you leave a firm, you and the firm are both responsible. And then when you start at a firm, you and the firm are responsible. So when an agent goes, everyone tells the firm and the agent. That's easy. On the IAR side, it depends who you work for. So if you work for a federal covered advisor, right? So if you work for a federal covered advisor, they don't really have a path to tell the state anything. So you're responsible for letting they actually do it, but you're responsible for making sure the state knows that you leave. So an IAR for a federal covered advisor, only the IAR says is responsible for it. However, if you work for a state advisor, which is not a lot of them, state advisor, then the IA, because they have a platform, they have a pipeline to the state, they will tell them. Okay, so I'll go through that again. Federal covered advisor, IAR says. State advisor, IA says. Agent, everyone tells them. That's it. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's it. Tighten up the loose stuff. If you have STC, go through the current time facts. If you have Notman, go through the key concepts. Okay. Alicia, we can hold on. Let me do that. Let me get Dylan out of the way so we can leave. Okay. Big Cuisar. Of course we're gonna think about you, baby. Of course we are. You're gonna rock this thing. Get the fuck off my live. Go to sleep. Okay. Alicia, I promise I'll get to you. Okay. I love it. Dylan, now the hard part works. Absolutely. It is absolutely, you have to get there, baby. Okay. Let's find a good one for Dylan. Dylan. I really should have a whole pipeline of songs without the videos.
I passed the Series 7! That's what I'm talking about. Bring on the fireworks! Woo! This is how you celebrate.
I woke up this morning with a number on my brain. 777 said bye to the pain. I flipped that page and I passed the test. You passed it, man. Passed it. Series 7 in the bag. I'm feeling the best.
Boom, baby. All new shit all the time. Okay, good. Listen, Dylan, go make your money. Come back and tell, like in 6 months or so, come back and tell us how great you are. They got like 10 million under management. People love it. Okay. Okay. Now back to you. Can we go over business accounts? Why? Of course we can. So these are businesses that can open accounts or just in general. So we have sole prop, LLC, limited, general, S corp, corp, C corp. So 6, right? 6, 1, 2, 3. So guys, this is the thing I tell everyone. You should feel very good that I suck at math so much and I still get high 90s on these exams. Keep that in mind. I am math challenged. I'm not dumb. I'm just math challenged. My brain part knows I have to do that. Calculator every time, everything. So if I can do it, then you all can. Okay. Now, sole prop, LLC, limited, general, S corp, C corp. Let's start with the sole prop. Single person, just me. I can have employees, but I'm the only owner. I have no legal protection. That's when I first did my first account. Okay. When I first started this up, I was a sole prop. Now I'm an LLC. Now I'm still working through lawyers to add Mad Boy Jeff onto this. I'm just scamming him up. No, I'm kidding. So now, sole prop, trust me, he gets paid, so he's fine. It's like, take as long as you want. I'm getting paid. Now, sole prop is one person. The reason you do it is it's easy and cheap to set up. Okay, easy and cheap to set up. But there's no legal protection. That's it. And if you have a second person, you can't do it. It has to be one person. And you can't transfer it. It ends when you die. I won't. When you die, it ends. Now, LLC is a limited liability corporation. You can have one or hundreds. It's cheap and easy to set up, but it's not as sole prop is literally free to set up. Okay. You can just say, hey, sole prop, and you're good. Now, LLC, you need an LLC agreement, all that stuff. You can have one member or hundreds. All of them can be involved in running the company, but as limited liability. Like if they do something wrong, you can only lose what you put in. They can't come after you personally. Unlike the sole prop, they can take my house. And it passes through gains and losses. What does that mean? That means if they make money, it goes right to the member. So at the end of the year, let me make it very easy. The LLC, the limited, general, and S corp, they actually don't pay taxes. They don't pay taxes. All of the money goes to the members, the shareholders, whatever it is. Well, that's what a pass-through means. All the money goes through, and all the write-offs go through. Okay, they call them losses, but they're write-offs. Okay, so LLC, partnership, limited partnership, S corp, all pass through gains and losses. I'll still go through each one, but just to keep that in mind. So an LLC, one member or hundreds, they pass through gains and losses. What does it mean to pass through losses? That means you get a write-off for any loss. For any business expenses they incur, you get a write-off. Let's explain what a loss is. Okay. So all of you just got out of college. Okay. This is the best way to explain it. Are there clothes that you wore in college that you wouldn't be caught dead wearing now? Of course there is. What do you do with those clothes? Do you throw them out or you donate them? You donate them to some poor, deserving college student who needs to wear a halter top or something. I don't know. So the point is, what can you do? You can donate it to charity. Donate to the whatever charity. Alpha Chi fraternity charity. Right? Okay, now you get to write that off. What that means, you get to reduce your income by say that hat or whatever, say the shorts that you wear. You donate them, they're $20. You get to bundle them all together and take all the clothes that you donate. Say it's a couple $1,000. You reduce your income by that couple $1,000. That's a loss. That's a good thing. So losses aren't just losing. Losses are write-off expenses and stuff like that. So like a lot of times these LLCs don't make money, or limited partnerships don't make money right away. So they build up all these losses. And then when you finally make money, boom, you got to write off. You can write off what you earn. So that's the thing about losses. It passes through gains and losses. And the losses are just either expenses or pretty much expenses, or actually losing money that reduces your taxable income. Now, a partnership, here's the thing. If I say partnership, or the test says partnership, they mean a general partnership, not limited. They will say limited. So a general partnership has general partners. Me, Jeff, it could be oral, it could be in writing. Okay. So me, Jeff, and Ed, 3 other people, we can just say it verbally and hey, we have it. But the thing is, all of us can run the company just like the LLC. Everyone can run it. The general part, everyone can run it, but it has unlimited liability, which means they can come after you personally. They can ask you for more money, stuff like that. So they made a thing called a limited partnership, where we still have general partners like Jeff and I, and then all of you guys, I'll give you the address, can write a check for $1,000, and you become limited partners, where you can only lose what you put in, but you cannot be involved in running the company. So if I do something crazy, the most you can do is kind of be pissed and vote me out or sell your shit. So a limited partner has at least one LP and one GP, and if multiple GPs, multiple LPs, you have to have one of each. And the limited do not run it, and they have limited liability. The general runs it. The general runs it, but they have unlimited liability. If they say partnership, they're not talking about limited. They're talking about a general, which means you have unlimited liability. Everyone runs it. Now, S corp, very similar, gains and losses pass through, just like the partnership and the LLC. But there is an S corp. You get shares. You're a shareholder, max of 100 shareholders. Can't have more than 100 shareholders, and they all, if it wants this pass through of gains and losses, they all have to be U.S. residents. They cannot be corporations or foreigners. Okay, because since the IRS has given you a break, they don't want them running out of the country without being able to tax you. So LLCs, partnerships, and S corps pass through. S corps, if they have even one foreigner or a corporation, it has to be taxed like a C corp. Now, what's a C corp? A C corporation is every company you've ever heard of. Every company you've ever heard of is a C corporation. Okay, they're basically it's the best way to raise a lot of money, but it's really expensive and time consuming. Here's the problem: it's easily transferable. The shit's easy to sell. But the problem is they actually pay taxes. So a C corp, out of all the things we do, is the only corporation that actually pays taxes. They pay taxes. Whatever's left, they give it to you, and then you pay tax. If they give it to you, you pay taxes. So it's double taxed. Okay? C corps are taxed. Then what's left over, they send it to the shareholders, and then they pay taxes on it. So it's double taxed. Those are the business entities. Hope that helps, Alicia. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, Puta. Did you do I did it on that brutal exam. I have a discounted cash flow. Okay. Okay, Katrina, we'll get there. Okay. Did you get how I did that? Did you get how I did the discounted cash flow? Oh my God, it's in the car. I don't have it. I left it in the car. I had to leave a note for the FedEx delivery guy, and whatever. Okay. So discounted cash flow is, you know what? I know an idea. The DC, so, okay. Internal rate of return is rate of return where the present value and the future value are pretty much the same. Okay. I'm going to find this. Hold on. If I could spell, that would be super helpful. Time value. There we go. If you can watch this one, it'll answer most of those questions about the time value of money and stuff. But okay, here's the one thing. So if you, I'm not going to do the math. You can do anyone who wants to do the math on the DCF, find the video I just did, time value of money. Now, let's say you've done the math and you come up with a present value of $860. So if you start with $1,000, you divide by 1.05 for 3 years, DCF, discounted cash flow, you come up with a value of $863. That's the present value. So in other words, If you have $1,000 investment, that'll be worth $1,000 in 3 years. If you discount it back for 5% a year, you get 863. That's where that's the fair market value. That's where it should be trading. So that's where it should be trading. Okay. So if it's trading it, so now that's where it should be trading at 863. That's called the present value, or Pasquet Valley in my high school. Okay. Now PV. Now 863 is a present value. If you can buy it for less than 863, if you can buy it for less than 863, that's a good thing. That's a positive NPV. That's what you're buying it for a discount, because it's worth 863. You buy it for 850. That's good. You're getting a discount. That's a positive NPV. However, if it's 863 and you have to buy it for like 880, that's where it's trading. That's too much. You're paying too much. So think of it this way. A couple of years ago, somebody saved him out because he'd been buying a little tiny social media company called Twitter. Now, what happened? He paid a little bit. So he paid $44 billion for it, whatever it was. They wouldn't let him. The kind of the deal was sight unseen, I'll pay that. So he bought it for $44 billion, and then they gave him the financials, and he went through it, and he did the DCF, and he goes, "Oh my God, I should have paid $38 billion for it." So that means he had a negative NPV. That's why he spent the whole summer suing to get out of it. Okay, but the point was, he paid 44 too much when it was really worth 38. He had a negative NPV, but now it's worth like 80-something billion. So it worked out, but he would have made more. Remember, if you have a negative NPV, doesn't mean you're going to lose money. You're just not going to make as much as you would have if you had it at present value or a positive NPV. So again, it may not be, you may not lose money, but you'll make less than what you should have. Hope that helps.
Do you think it's up in value because the value of the company, or is it because he's connected to it and he's got his hands in so many things?
Well, I think there's value that look, it's as much as Threads and Blue Sky and all the other ones try to, there's not as much engagement.
There's not. That's why I'm saying.
And the only
I
thing
think it's because it's his
because
name.
he's associated with the White House last summer, so it killed him. I mean, look, you can hate him or whatever, but the shit he touches goes up.
Yeah.
Right? Could be a dick,
He's a smart guy.
So yeah, smart guy. So
Understatement.
Everyone tries to prove how dumb he is. I'm like,
he's not dumb.
No,
he's very.
No,
He's.
And again, he's not the rocket scientist. He didn't create the electron. Yes, we know Peter Thiel and all those guys did this shit. What it is he keeps them going. And the thing is, I don't hear a lot of people who were the scientists complaining, because they're fucking millionaires, multi-millionaires. Remember NVIDIA? I bought NVIDIA once, and all of a sudden everyone followed the Form 4. Because the Form 4, so you guys, is when you sell shares. Like the day I bought it, everyone sold shares of it because it was up so much that all the engineers are, "Oh my God, I have $20 million." They sold their shares. So he made a lot of millionaires.
But that goes to my theory of when you see people on TV saying buy this or sell that, they might have just been reallocating their portfolios because it went out of whack with what the formula for what they have for a mutual fund or an index fund or whatever it may be.
Yeah, I get it. I tried to do an NVIDIA play. It worked, but I'm glad I got out of it. Earnings were the other night. All right, they came out and they're good. They're fucking blowout earnings. But NVIDIA always goes up right before the earnings and then crashes. So I bought. There's not advice. Okay, there's not advice. So I was trading at 185. I bought 197.50 calls that expire tomorrow. I bought like 3 of them, and I right before the close, I'm like, the earnings come out. It's trading at 197 right before the close, right before the earnings, and I'm like, what do I do? Do I just sell it? Because I'd be really pissed if they came out and it blew up. Things went to like 30. It's not. So I said, you know what? I sold them. I made $500 per each. It was great. I made $500 on a $300 bet. So it worked. And then the stock's trading now, right? Like 182.
Yeah.
Earnings will blow up, but everyone kills it. So it's just like, okay, I got hammered. But again, it has nothing to do with anything you guys are learning. It's just I like my pain. Because the reason I say that is because 2 years ago, I did the same thing and it went up 10 and I made $5,000 in 12 hours. Okay. It was the worst $5,000 I ever. So I sold these options for $20 and they ran to 128. I made $5,000. I missed out on $60,000.
How many times have we?
And I've been chasing that for the last 2 years now. What?
How many times have we seen people firsthand? Like, you had a bunch of people go one way on it, and then some are long, some are short. When we were at the firm, and like you don't know. So so to your point of not giving investment advice, which you're not, but it can go both ways. Or you can just say NVIDIA might be a good company, I like it, and just hang on to it.
But the calls that wasn't a call play, right? Like, I own the stock,
right?
So literally, I went into Claude, which is kind of cool. I went into Claude, I said, what are my risk parameters here? So I literally said, well, what's the upside? What's the downside? Whether yes. And they go, look, you'd have to go here for this to happen. So I said, you're right, get out. So at 358, I sold them. They're up. I made $3. And then the stock actually ran to like 205, I think, right after the earnings, and they went right down.
Yeah.
Like, if I could have sold my call, if I had held them and sold my calls after the bell, I would have done it, but whatever. Okay.
And what's my theory on all this? Don't do any of it. Just long-term invest.
Just buy and hold. Right, exactly.
Buy and hold.
Okay. Karina, you're like, I don't care about your options. Just help me out. Okay. What did you do? So Karina, before I answer this question, what did you do after the first fail? Did you reread or just take questions? A lot of people just go, oh, I missed by 68. I just won a few points. You have to act like you missed by 32. I say this all the time. Don't act like you missed by 4. Act like you missed by 32. Act like you got your ass kicked and read everything. Change it up. Maybe use a different vendor. If you had Kaplan, go to STC. STC, go to Kaplan. If you had either of them, go to Achievable. Go to Notman. Past Perfect even.
Who was that, Serena?
Karina.
Jay, if you can put in the comments. I have 2 quick questions. 1, how fast did you take the exam? And 2, what did you do? How much studying did you do the week of the exam? And I'll just leave it at that. I just want to see what your comments are.
Good. I like it. Okay. Maddie, my daughter's name. Okay. Okay. Good. Keep studying. Where are you? I mean, that's the thing. So good. Get on it. You're gonna nail it on the 3rd. I promise you're gonna get this. Make sure the options are good. Make sure the munis are good. Make sure mutual funds and annuities are solid. And then every time you see a product, ask yourself, do I understand who would vote, who would buy it, who wouldn't? Also, if you're struggling, join the membership. It's cheap. There's different levels. There's 25, there's 49, there's 99. 99, we literally meet twice on Sundays. I was like 7 times a week and twice on Sundays. Tuesdays at 7 p.m. and then Sundays at 6 and 7. Okay.
I'll put the link back in for the memberships because it's important.
Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. That's an interesting question. That's a great question, Rafa. You have to kind of like, I had a question. See if I can find it. Hold on.
While you're doing that, can I just say one thing to Karina here? Could she answer me?
And you talk while I do this.
Yeah, Karina, the question is, when you took the exam on the exam day, how fast did you take the exam? And then 2, what did you do specifically the week of the exam? That's what I'm curious about, because I have a theory here.
Okay. Hold on, let me find this. You can keep talking. Hopefully he'll answer, because there's. Oh, here we go. Okay. I want to double check something before I put this on here, because I want to show a question. Somebody asked a question. How do you get the crazy worded questions, right? So hold on. I'm going to put it in here first. I'm trying to upload it into my screen. That's all. Okay, here we go. So this is such a great question. Oh, I have to scroll back down. Okay. Oh, Karina, 63. Oh, she did say it. She did it. Okay. I forgot. It's a Series 63 exam. Twice I got the same score studying Notman Marks and read the book. Okay. Did more than 2,000 questions. There it is. She answered that before, I think.
Yeah. Okay. I'm curious to see what her other answer is.
Okay. While you do that, here goes, guys. Okay, here we go. So is this legible? Let's see if it's readable. So let me make it a little. I don't know if it'll get bigger if I do it. Hold on. If I rub it, will it get bigger? Hold on a second. How do I? Oh, there it is. Here we go. Okay. Is that any better? That's pretty legible,
Yeah,
right?
that's pretty good. Yeah,
Okay.
not bad.
So this is right into your question. Okay. Where are you? Okay. Rafa. So the price to earnings PE ratio is, now you look at these things and you go, oh, okay. Which one do I do? So we got A, is it a measure of company's earnings estimate? B, is it indicative of greater value when the number is low? C, is often used by technical analysis as a measure of value. D, the stock price of a company divided by its earnings growth rate. Okay. So everyone, if you can, try to answer that question. I will come back to it. Okay. I want everyone who is taking the 65 or 66 to answer that. I'll leave it up for another 30 seconds. PE ratio is A, measure of company's earnings estimate. B, indicative of greater value when the number is low. C, is often used by technical analysis as a measure of value. D, stock price of a company divided by its earnings growth rate. I'm going to come back to that, Raf, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Okay. And we're back. Okay. Now, buys the stock, then buys this up. Sure. And then buys and sells the stock. You mean an option? Buys the stock and then and we have to. I mean, that's just really buy stock at 50, sell it at 60. I don't know if I have a video just on that. I guess I should, but I don't know if I have a video where you just buy stock. I thought you were talking about options, but it's literally if you buy stock at 50, you sell it at 60, they 10. I could do a video on that. Okay. AIHJ, when you go, if you're not taking it before Wednesday, when you go into the class on Wednesday, ask Michael to show you a couple questions on it. He can do it. Okay. Okay. On Saturday, smoke a lot of weed. No, just be relaxed. Tomorrow night, you're done at dinner time. Go over my crash course, especially my brutal exam if you can, my power hour. Go over trusts and joint accounts. It's always a big one. And it depends who your vendor is. If you have STC or Notman, they have like last minute sheets they give you. I don't have them. I'm just saying if you can get them. If not, don't sweat it. I go over my crash course at least the power hour. And dinner time, you're done. Don't stay up too late doing this shit. Okay. Okay, so the 63, you got that, Ben, you're going to pass. Okay. Okay. Can I go over revocable and irrevocable things to look out for? Okay. So not a big deal. So revocable, that's an open-ended question, right? So revocable is that you put money in a trust. It's revocable and you put it in a trust and you can always take it back. The problem there is that when you die, first of all, it's the taxes are your problem. So if you're the grantor and you put money in a revocable trust, the taxes are your problem, not the trust, right? But it's because you can take the money back, you can change the beneficiaries, all that stuff. And it's part of your estate. So there's tax problems there. So irrevocable means once it's in there, you can't come out. So like an UGMA, UTMA, regular trust that you set up irrevocable. Once it's in there, the grantor doesn't matter anymore because it's not their tax bracket. It's the trust that pays the taxes. So an irrevocable trust, the trust pays taxes like a corporation. So they pay the taxes, not the grantor. Okay. That's really where that's the big one. So, and by the way, irrevocable, it's not part of the dead person. When you die, it's not part of your estate. That's the big one. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that, unless you're talking about okay. Veronica Harmonica, I thought I saw it, but I'll double check. Hold on. Can we go average? I mean, the only thing I think of advertising disclosures is this. So if it's a non-exempt security, you have to file with the regulator in the state. If it's exempt or an exempt security, you don't have to. If you have to make sure it's fair and balanced. Okay. You have to, if it's a testimonial, you have to remember. So state advisors cannot do testimonials. Federal covered advisors can. Okay. As long as they disclose like who it is, what kind of relationship they have, what the time frame, whether you pay them or not, more than $1,000, stuff like that. That mostly it's going to be SEC can do disclosures. I mean, can do testimonials. State ones can't. And if you give advice, if it's to more than one person, it's giving advice. It's giving an advertising vibes. So if you send it out to one person, it's fine. And to anything more than one person, it's considered advertising, which means if it's an IA, if you send it out to 10 people or less, you have to keep a record of who you sent it to, in addition to what you sent. Once it's over 10 people, you just have to keep a record of what you sent. Now, testimonials, like if you have social media, like a web page, okay? Like say you do a post on Instagram, which don't fucking do it. It's not worth it. If somebody likes or if somebody likes it or retweets it or something, that could be considered a testimonial, which could cause a problem because then you can't attach a disclosure to it. If something's static, which means like a post, it needs pre-approval. If it's interactive or real time, there's more of a FINRA thing. But if interactive or real time, you just need review. You just need to review it after the fact. I don't know where else we go with that. Okay, Veronica, harmonica, we're taking it. I thought we did, but maybe I didn't. That is, I love it, love it, love it. We're going to rock this thing tomorrow. We are absolutely going to rock this thing. That's my favorite one.
Can I bring up Karina's response to what I had asked?
Yeah.
I think it's relevant here. Read this.
Hold on, wait, hold on, wait, not yet.
Oh, okay.
So Veronica, tell me you're gonna pass. Get some sleep. It's now what? If you're on the East Coast, it's almost 9 o'clock at night. Time for your bed. Go, get out of here. Go. Okay, now you're gonna rock this thing. Okay.
Tell me what you think about this.
Okay. Okay. You did 10 tests in 3. Now, the 63 is short, right?
Yeah.
So you can see doing 2 a day. But you did 3 a day. You're probably burnt out.
Yeah.
50 minutes is fair. So, Karina, here's a couple of things. And I'm going to go. First of all, 50 minutes is the sweet spot. 50 minutes or an hour is good. You're not thinking about the time. Once you cross an hour, you're like, crap, I only have 15 minutes, right? Okay. Yeah, switch vendors. So if you failed today, okay? If you failed it today, I want you to just take a couple of days off. You can't study for 30 days for this. Monday, start reading the book. Get another vendor. Get Achievable. Get STC. Get Achievable SCT. I don't think Cap will help you that much here. And read the book for the first couple of days. First week, just read it once or twice or 3 times. I'm telling you right now, but again, don't do that 3 tests a day. You're going to burn out. You're probably burnt out.
That's the thing that I'm most concerned about. It's 3 tests. I mean, that's a lot of questions.
That's what, 180, 195 questions a day for 3 days.
For 3 days. And then go in and take the test, which is a quicker test.
Yeah.
And like you're probably, I guarantee you, if you saw the answers, you probably you knew the right answer and you just answered the question wrong.
Yeah.
Which is not.
So Karina, we're not going to do that again. We're going to take our time. We're going to switch vendors. Notman is good, but they're not doing it for you. Switch to SCC or Achievable. Just go through the program like you're brand new. Just start over. I mean, but I would say if you get Achievable, read the book cover to cover. If you do Achievable, just follow type in the day you want to take it, type in the date, and go from there. And follow their program. You can use Notman's great, but if it's not working for you, it's not working for you. But again, none more of these marathon burnout sessions, Karina.
Yeah, that's what I'm concerned with.
Don't do that again. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you, Veronica, harmonica. Okay. I know, Milani. I saw your post on TikTok. I want to talk about. Okay. Oh, hold on. Boom. N3653588. That is outstanding. I love it, love it, love it, love it. That is awesome. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Good. I love it. And so I'm glad that you got it. That's what my big thing is stay away from crazy. It's a good advice in life, and stay away from the edge cases, right? A lot of the vendors love the edge case exceptions. Don't go there. Stick middle. And then if they bring up the outside, you can deal. I love it. It's such a great feeling to get that one done. Okay. Yeah, I can't go over all that shit, Chef. You got some time. Go into my Series 7 playlist, okay? Go into my Series 7 playlist and watch right in the middle. There's like maybe about 8 videos in. It's like intro to mutual funds, something else about mutual funds and annuities, and then annuities. It's like 4 videos in a row that will help you, because the share classes are more about how much you're putting in, how long you're doing it. It's like, there's definitely a suitability thing with the share classes, right? Because like A shares, you get a break point, and you see, I say long-term, a lot of money, right? So long-term, because there's lower ongoing fees, and you get break points, a lot of money. B shares are more for like maybe mid to long-term. Money's not a thing, but at the fees you pay on the back end, the fees drop. See, I talk so fucking fast, I can't keep up with it. The fees drop every year. So after about 6 or 7 years, there's no more sales charges. And then C shares are for short term, because you don't pay a sales charge going in or out, but you're paying a high 12B1 fee, like a level load every year. There's stuff like that. Find my videos. I go through that a lot. Okay. Can I go over a wash sale? Sure. Okay. What's next? Okay. So a wash sale is when you sell stock for a loss, and the IRS goes, and then you buy it back within 30 days. Now, if I sell it today, February 26th, they go back to Jan 26th and forward to, like, what is it? Probably the 27th, because there's only 28 days. But it's basically, they're going to go forward 30 days and backward 30 days from when I sell for a loss. If I bought the stock back before then, they think I didn't really leave the stock, so I cannot take the loss anymore. So what they do is they add my loss onto my cost basis. So it doesn't mean you can never take the loss. It means you can't take it now. So what happened was, like, it happened to me. I didn't even mean to do it. I sold my Tesla at $200. No, I sold it at 160. Then somewhere for a loss, like a $20 loss. Okay. So I sold it in December. And then about 2 weeks later, I'm like, you know what? I really like it, so I shouldn't do this. But I bought it back at 180. Mistake, right? But I go, why? And then the stock ran like 24 months. It was a great get. But I looked at my gain wasn't enough. Wasn't as much as I thought, because remember, I lost $20 when I sold it. I bought it back at 180. They adjusted my cost basis to 200 because the loss I had. So they took away my ability to write off the loss. So then the stock went to 220. I'm like, why did I make $20? Should have made 40, but I made 20. But that's a good thing. I still made the 40, but I don't pay taxes on the $20.
I think we need to go over your portfolio.
No way. No. This is my fun. No. My wife has the money. She's the
That's good. You know what? That's good.
Right. So I play around. I have like between 3 and 10 grand I play around with. If I blow it, I blow it. It's literally so I don't touch that money.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
This is my fun money. But what I do is I always start an account at $800 and I try to get it to $2 grand. Why is $2 grand a number for a brokerage account?
Let's admit, since we're not giving any type of investment advice, on
I have horrible. Do the opposite of what I say. No. So why? Anyway, anyone can answer this question. Why do I try to get my account to $2 grand? There's a number. There's a reason $2 grand is a number. I want you guys to figure it out. Okay, Melania. Okay. I haven't seen you in the group for a while, though. Whoa. And you missed by 2. So, by the way, a lot better than the first time, right? So, Melania, I get it, but so much better than the first time. I mean, that was a big jump. So, by this thing, you're going to get 80 next time. I think you had a low score last time, and this is awesome. So,
what was it, 63 to 70?
I think she was she there? I think she was.
I saw numbers scroll by before.
Yeah.
I think that.
So 63 to 70. I know that sucks, but I can't explain this hard enough. To go from 60 to 72 is as hard. So Melania, remember this, is to go from 60 to 72 is as hard as it is to go from 0 to 60. So now to go from 68 to 70 to 72 is going to be hard, but totally doable. Act like you missed by 32, not 2. So Melania, you're going to start coming to the groups. Remember, it's not Sunday, it's tomorrow night. So guys, anyone doing the Series 7 class, it's Friday night, not Sunday, because I'm not going to be around. I'm going to be in another state. Okay. And I will not be talking to you.
And just remember, if you get I usually say 68 and above, you can't get that without having learned.
Yeah, of course. But you need to know more.
But you need to either tighten it up on, are you reading slow enough and reading the question and seeing what they're asking? It's not about, it's more about understanding the questions, I think, at that point, than it is about how much you've studied. You have to make sure you understand the questions.
Right.
But I'm just saying that to just tweak it to get you right over the line.
Good. Okay. This is another thing. Right. It's the basics. So that's why I tell everyone, if you're taking the 65 or even the 66, go back through either my SIE or my 7 thing, not the whole thing, but the products. Like videos 2 through 10 are all like about products. Okay. And both links. Go through those. That's going to give you a nice basic understanding of the stuff. Okay. Okay. It's supposed to snow again this weekend, right? I hope not.
No, it's supposed to be like a heat. It says snow, but it's supposed to be like 50 or 60 degrees, I think.
Okay, good. I love that. Because I'm going away, I'll feel bad. Okay.
Let me see.
Okay. I don't. So if you listen, options kind of helped with my question. Okay.
No, 40 degrees in the 40s.
Oh.
Saturday.
Oh, so it's funny. My story about the options, she said it kind of helped.
There you go.
See, my pain is your pain. Okay. Oh yeah, there it is. Now, see, listen. That's understand. I know that you don't think it's a big jump. That is a massive jump.
That's a big jump.
It's a big jump. Okay. Okay. So Karina, we talked to you already. It's not. You got to switch up the vendors. Again, Notman's good. They're great. I'm not shitting on them at all. I think they're great, but it didn't work for you. So go to STC Achievable and just follow their program. I know it's a pain, but you're going to be done. So this time, before Easter happens, or I guess around Easter, you're going to rock this thing. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Listen, Machura. Some people love the 7 and hate the 66, and some people love the 66 and hate the 7. It's just the way you think. Look, I'm not lying. This is boring. Videos are boring. I mean, my videos, I try to make them be offensive in there just to keep you guys awake. Okay. I mean, I also curse because I'm pissed about this shit, but I should change my name to Angry Series 7 Tutor, right? The Series 7 Angry Old Man. Okay, now, so yes, it's boring. Just you got to fucking throw it. It's a pain in the ass to read. The good thing, remember, the good thing is the back end of the book, like the more the portfolio management stuff is a little more intuitive and a little more exciting, but the regs are fucking boring. They are. Okay, we got that. Boom. Okay, we talked about that. Okay. Boom. That's awesome. Homogeneity, baby. Oh, I don't know if you're still here. I'm only about 10 minutes behind, right? Hopefully you're still here. Here we go. Hold on. I want to find a good one.
Checked in, cracked books, now I'm cashing in. SIE, yeah, I passed it, friend. Felt like a lion in a 3-piece cage. Turn that page, now I'm center stage. Gold on my neck, diploma in my grip. Study like a scholar, but I spit.
There we go. Okay. Jeff hates those things. Okay, so now that's awesome. High frequency. So to the next thing is now you got to read Flash Boys. If you're working at an HFT firm, read Flash Boys. It's by Lewis, whatever his name is. Okay. Rafa, I'll try to do it. Okay. I love it. Listen, Karina, we're gonna get you through this. We're gonna get you through this stupid thing. We will. We're gonna drag you across the line. Okay. Oh, okay. Got it. Now I know what you mean. So if you're doing hedging, okay, if you're hedging, remember, same you add, different you subtract, okay? Always. Like math, 2 positives or 2 negatives, you're adding them, okay? So if it's a stock and an option, it's always stock, and this could up for all the exams. It's stock plus or minus premium. If it's 2 buys or 2 sells, you're adding to the stock. If it's a buy and a sell, you're subtracting. There you go. So remember, same you add, different you subtract. Okay. I can do over, hold on. Veronica, I love that fucking shit. Go get some sleep. Oh, yeah, I got it. Okay, so I'm going to get to them. Oh, hold on. Look at this. How crazy is that? It's been a year, baby. LEB, you're probably gone already, but fucking, that's amazing. I love it. I love when people come back.
I saw that come through.
Just love when people come back. Okay. Okay. Format EV. Just 2 parts. Part 1 and part 2. We done? Is that good? No. Part 1 is what you follow. There's 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B. Okay. And then 3, but who cares? 1A is what you file with a regulator. That's for all advisors. All advisors do 1A. That's the, how much money we have, what kind of customers we have, where our offices are, who our officers are, all the information. All advisors do that. If you're a state advisor, then you also have to do 1B because each state has their own question. So 1A is for all advisors, not the individuals, the firms. 1B is for the advisors who are also stated or are state advisors, because each state has their own questions. Good. Now, the disclosure part is 2A and 2B. 2A is the disclosures for the firms, how we manage our money, any kind of bad shit, any kind of good shit. All that stuff is in the 2A. Now, the advisors, the advisor reps is 2B. 2B or not 2B. That's called the brochure supplement. So 2A is called the brochure. By the way, that is all filed with the regulators too. But 2A and 2B have to be given to the customers at or prior to signing the contract. Okay. You have to give it to them. If it's a state, they want it 48 hours ahead of time. But federal, it's at or prior. 2A is about the firm, all disclosures, if you have rep fees, all that shit. 2B is about the individual or the team. That's like when you see the picture of all of them standing there. This is the Broad Street financial team, and they're all sitting there dressing good, right? And that's and they have a bio from everyone. Yeah, it's like the main guy in the middle, and then everyone's on the side, right? It's the same thing, right? Okay. And you have the youngest person on the edge trying to get into the camera, right? And you can see the suit's too big, right? We all did that. Remember, we all did that. Every one of us from a younger had the collars are too big.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah. What?
That's why it's funny.
I know, because everyone knows it. And you always, I look so good in this, but you move and it's like you had shoulder pads. You didn't even mean to have shoulder pads, but there was a gap here. Okay.
Pleats and cuffs.
Yes. So exactly.
3-button suits.
Yes. I used to have double-breasted when I was younger. Okay. Luckily, I started working on the stock exchange. I wore shirt and pants, tie, and then I had the smock. Okay. Okay, we got that done. We did. So, Ralph, I hope you heard that. Okay. For the 63, I like achievable. I like STC. If that's what you're asking for, Michael. Michael Hudson, I would say focus on, get through the whole book, the whole thing, then go back and do questions. You want to do questions as much as possible, not 3 a day like Karina did. Okay. But it is what it is. Okay. But we're going to fix that. And then start doing questions, watch videos, make sure you got everything. Always ask yourself when you're doing any of these exams, are they talking about a broker, the agent, the IA? Like, is it a human being or a firm? Or is it security, right? Is it a broker dealer IA? Or is it an IA or an agent? Or is it a security? They have different rules. They sound the same, but they're different. And then at the end, make sure the ethics are solid. You're going to get hit by ethics a lot. Okay. No more paid. That's fine. 2 to 3 max. So you're so close. If you did 2 to 2.5 hours a day, maybe if you do in the morning, that's better before work. If not, maybe an hour in the morning, hour after work, or all after work. But don't burn out. And on the weekends, push it out to 3 per day. But that's it. That's all you need. That you remember, you're not trying to read. You're so close. You don't need to go crazy and start showing up at the goddamn meetings again. Sounds like AA, right? I think you need a meeting. Okay. Okay. Oh my God, that's great. I hope I love it. That's awesome. I wish I had seen this a little sooner. I hope you're still on here, LDB, but that's awesome. Prudential's a great firm. Look at that. She got it. They got it. Margin is Reg T, right? So if you're under $2,000, if you're under 2,000, you can have a margin account, but you can't use it. Once you're $2,000, you can use the margin. So I always try to get to $2,000.
So is that baller level?
What?
Is that baller level?
Yeah, that's crap. It's like crap level. They're trying to change it.
My goal was always to 25,000.
I know, because you're a pattern day trader. I know
that. Yeah.
Right. You know they're trying to lower that number.
Are they?
Yeah.
So you can lose your money quicker?
I know, exactly. I think they want to 10 grand. Okay. So tomorrow, a takedown Joe, get some sleep, watch my crash course. Make sure you did my brutal exams. Go watch my power hour at least. Make sure you've gone over trusts, estates, and joint accounts. I swear to God, it sounds so stupid, but it is definitely on the exam. 100% on there, and it's low stuff. Okay. You should be done about 2 weeks. Luke, you should be done with the 60. You should be done with the reading with about 2 weeks to go. So then you can spend 4 or 5 days doing chapter quizzes and a full week doing final exams. I mean, if you can finish 3 weeks, that's great, because then you do chapters and read and chapters, and then the last 10 days you're doing finals. You want at least 10 days of finals because you want to get through all of them. Okay. Matt Sora, I know. Oh, we didn't get back to my question, did we? Okay. Oh, it's Lana. Now I know who it is. Thank you very much. I got it. I knew who it was. Okay. Has it really been that long? That's insane. Boy, I'm getting old. Okay. Hold on. No, I try to keep it over $2,000 to be margin. Good. Okay. 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 Jennifer, of course I remember it. Damien, I knew the last name. Outstanding. I'll give you good. I won't make you listen to the rap. I know he hates it. How about this one? I'll be nice. I won't do that. Hold on. Here, this one's for you. He looks too much like Mom Donnie, though. Okay. 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 Yeah, listen, I know the questions are tricky, but you're learning. You're learning. You're still 3 weeks away. They get tricky. I know the 66. Okay. I want to get to my question. Rafa, I have your question. I'm going to get through it. Okay. Nobody answered. By the way, nobody answered the question. Do you see that?
What do you mean?
The question I put up, nobody answered it.
They did.
What'd they say? Not the margin one.
Oh, no. What question?
The other one. Hold on. This one.
What was the other one?
This one. Nobody answered that question.
Oh, that one.
Yeah. We'll come back to it.
Maybe they decide to skip it on the exam.
Yeah, maybe that's true. Mark for review.
Mark for review.
Okay. Oh my God. So you're right. Listen, you're fine. If you've only taken the exam once, you're good. Go to my practice exam playlist and you can do it there. You can take I have one there. You can take those. If you do well on those, you're fine. Yes, you're going to do lower in STC because they're more confusing. You're ready. No. Oscar. You're going to be ready. Okay. Okay. Go to my Series 63 playlist and watch them. That's easy. Boom. Okay. That'll help. Don't worry about again. Yeah, again, you're right, Michael. Just go right to the 63 playlist. They're not, my ones are good. Dave is a pretty funny guy, but he's not fucking me, baby. Okay. Do you have an opinion? No, I don't really have an opinion. You can do anything you want. Good, you're still here because you have to answer that question. No, it doesn't matter. I don't think there's a huge difference. But when you get closer to the exam, which I don't know how far you are, I can't remember. I would take their simulated exam, so it should be weighted. Okay. Okay. What do you mean? You mean like talking to them? You got to get over it. They hit it. You know what? If you want to see that, if you go on Reddit,
put that question back up.
Okay. I think they mean when they talk to them about figuring shit out.
You have to remember that when you're filling out, I think he's referring to like new account forms, and you're asking them how much are they worth, how much do they make. You have to remember that first of all, you're legally obligated to ask to make sure that the investments are correct in suitability, but also you're doing it to protect them. This is not, you're not being nosy. You don't want to not know. You can't make an investment advice or do something for them without knowing some level of their background.
Right.
And I would flat out just say that to them. If they say like, oh, it's fine. No, it's not.
Right.
Because they could walk back in and say you made an inappropriate decision, investment decision for them.
Right.
So,
I agree. I'm with you.
I mean, I had to do it when I started cold calling, they say open the account every single time. Why do you need the social security number? Why do you need my net worth and how much I make? Because I got to make sure that I'm putting you, I was selling tax-free bonds at the time. I have to make sure you're in the correct tax bracket for it to even make sense.
Right.
It wasn't because I was being nosy.
Yeah. You got to know. You have to know it.
You have to know.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Okay. So here's what I'm going to tell you. The other part you have to do. Again, I'm not a fan of Reddit. I think it's a toxic cesspool. But if you go, there's a couple of subreddits in there called banking. Don't post, just watch. You'll hear everyone complaining about shit. And sometimes they give good advice. Sometimes they complain about their customers. It's really dealing with human beings is tough. I'm glad I did. My entire life, I did institutional trading and stuff like that. So I just dealt with other people that were fighting with me, like we were on equal basis, and they were professionals. I don't think I've ever, other than when I was a kid, I never had to deal with like retail people.
You don't know you're missing.
I know. Okay.
I
Yeah, mutual funds and annuities, baby. Customer accounts, mutual fund annuities, Keola, and then you're gonna rock this thing. Okay. Hey, I'm excited for you too. We're gonna get this. Gonna get it. Okay. Lanra, absolutely. You come to New York? Oh, absolutely. Okay, here we go. Ah, look at that. Here we go. Some people had some good stuff. Any advice for the 79? Yeah, make sure you got the regs down. It's less about the balance sheet than it's more about the regs. And use Notman marks. If you don't, you can use STC, but make sure you have, you can use STC, but use Notman marks. If they haven't paid for it, make them pay for it. Notman marks is the best. I have a tutor that can help you. I'm putting out a couple of videos. Like I'm doing a lot of videos where I do balance sheet questions, like questions like explaining what the balance sheet is. It's not in a playlist. You have to look through my shorts. Oh, don't look at my shorts. That's horrible. They're longer videos now, but I'm going to create a playlist with 79 with all my balance sheet stuff. They're like 3 to 5 minute videos. Okay. No, okay. Okay. Yes. Oh, there you go. Exactly. Oh, you want to open a checking account? Well, let's put a little money in your money market. I got it. Okay. I think it's a little bit of both, but I think if you work with good advisors, that's your best bet to learn. Because remember, if you try to learn every little thing and they go, well, 80% of the shit you learn, they never care about, then you're fucked, right? So you want to learn from the advisors what people care about. Now, you don't want to learn from lazy advisors. You want to learn from the good advisors who tell everyone what they need to know, and not to go, you got the old one who's like, the ones who, I don't know if they have them anymore, but the ones who don't give a shit, and then there's ones who do. So if you're going to work by a veteran advisor, make sure you work by one with that you work. Okay. Always do research. Always do. Yes, that's true, but don't ruin your life. You have to have a balance. Okay. Okay. So here we go. Now I'm going to bring this one back up. Here we go. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Is it coming? There we go. Okay. Is that better? I got to straighten it out though. Okay. The P ratio is blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the A, B, C, D. So let's go through. 1A, it doesn't work because A is not the answer because it's not an earnings estimate. Let's go all the way down to D for David. D for David. It's not the price divided by the earnings growth rate. That's the PEG ratio. Don't Google PEG. Just remember, stock price divided by. So if it stopped at earnings, it would have been right. They did that to trick you. Okay? So now. Okay. Oh, hold on. There's a way to. I'll have to figure that out later. Now. So it's not technical, it's always fundamental. So the answer is B as in boy. It is 100% B as in boy. It's indicative of greater value when the number is low, right? Because remember, low value companies have a low PE, right? Value companies have a low PE. Growth companies have a high PE. That's where it goes. Okay. Not too bad. I have a student. I have a student from Hawaii. And he likes to meet at night. Okay. Yeah, listen, do stuff. It does help to do it, but don't ruin your life doing it. Okay. Everyone, I think we did a good job. I think we got a lot of done. Don't you think so?
I believe so.
Okay. There was my other videos that I wanted to see. That sucks. Okay. And remember, guys, remember something. If you fail, just remember.
Never, ever quit. Never quit. And I've seen people quitting.
What? Over? Did you say over? Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
And it ain't over now. Because when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
Okay, couple questions before we go. I am in Jersey. I'm in Jersey. Why would I be in Jersey? He's in New York. I'm in Jersey, but I go to New York a lot. Okay. Wes, gather. I'll get, and then we're gonna go. Okay. That would be tactical. If it's actively traded, it's tactical. If it's passively traded, that's strategic. Active, tactical. Go. Okay. The answer is B as in boy. HJ, don't worry about it. It's B as in boy. Don't worry about that. Okay. 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 Our membership class is $24 for the Sunday at 5 p.m. class, and it's sending me good news. Oh, it's crazy. And it's $50 a month for the Thursday, which just ended before this, and the Sunday. So it's 2 classes a week for $50 a month. Okay. I do have to jump off. Okay. I love it. Let's get into this. Everyone, I'm so happy. Let's get this done. Well, I'll see you guys. I will see you guys next Thursday. Okay. Y'all, by the way, if you join the class, it's not happening Sunday. Probably not happening Sunday. I think I'm going to do it Wednesday just because I'm making up a class because I'm not going to be around Sunday. So I'll do that. So probably the Sunday class will be Wednesday. Gives you more time to sign up. Everyone,